With vacation and some other things, and I'm telling you, there's nothing like being back here with our people in worship. I'm telling you. I am so glad to be back with y'all this morning. It's going to be a great Sunday. My name is Randy, if I haven't met you, and I am one of the pastors here at Connection Church Dublin. No, Patrick, I'm not new. I've just been out for a little bit on vacation. But as we get started this morning, man, it's a special day. We're about to celebrate baptisms in this house. And let me tell you something. We believe that this right here, this first next step of obedience, what happened right before what you're about to see is God did a miraculous work in the lives of these two people. He did what only He can do. He came into sin and death, and He brought them into light and glory through His power and through His Son. This is an amazing work of God, and you're about to witness the fruit of it as they take their first next step of obedience after salvation through baptism. So it's a beautiful Sunday, man. And listen, when they come up out of that water, I want this place to come alive. I want us to celebrate with all of heaven, with two more souls entering into the kingdom of God. And so as they come up this morning, they want to share their story with you of God's faithfulness in their life. And so I'm going to read their story to you. First up, we have Gabriel Kersey. Gabriel says, I was baptized when I was a kid, but I didn't understand the full effect of it. I went on with life, and at the age of 17, I was addicted to methamphetamine, just trying to cover up the hurt of everything that I had gone through. When I was 23, my father was taken, and I turned my back on God because I was angry with Him. And I didn't turn back toward Him until I joined New Beginnings. And I realized that God was still there when I left Him out. He didn't turn His back on me. He was waiting for me to come back to Him. I've learned I can't do this without God by my side. Next up, we have Jonathan Cook. Jonathan says, from a very young age, my life was headed down the wrong path. I was getting into trouble as a kid, experimenting with drugs at an early age, and making choices that led me further and further away from God. As a young adult, those choices caught up with me. I became involved in a violent crime that resulted in a long prison sentence. Looking back now, I can clearly see how sin had completely taken control of my life. While I was in jail awaiting my sentence, my dad became sick, and he was the one person who had always been there for me no matter what I had done. Sadly, I didn't treat him the way he deserved, and the last conversation we had ended badly, and shortly afterward, he passed away. Losing my dad broke me. I prayed and begged God for another opportunity, but it never came. For a long time, I blamed God, and I carried bitterness in my heart. During my years in prison, God continued to pursue me. Even when I wanted nothing to do with Him, I ignored His voice for a long time, but He never gave up on me. After I was released, I fell back into addiction and poor decisions. I found myself in and out of prison. I lost almost everything. I experienced homelessness, hopelessness, and the consequences of a life lived apart from God. Eventually, I found myself facing some serious things once again. I hit rock bottom. I got on my knees and I cried out to God. For the first time, instead of fighting Him, I surrendered my life to Him. God worked in ways I could never have imagined. He opened the door for me to enter recovery, where I was finally able to confront my addiction and to begin a new life. Looking back, I can see that God wasn't just rescuing me from my circumstances, He was rescuing me from myself. Today, by God's grace, I am clean. I'm walking with Jesus one day at a time and experiencing a joy I never thought was possible. God has restored hope to my life. He's given me the opportunity to be the father I never thought I could be. He has also surrounded me with people who continue to encourage me. Having AJ and Blake in my life has been a tremendous blessing as they help me grow in my walk with Christ. I'm not standing here because I cleaned myself up. I'm standing here because Jesus saved me, forgave me, and gave me a brand new life. I'm being baptized to publicly declare that my old life is gone and I now belong to Jesus Christ. To God be all the glory. Listen, as I read these stories, the one thing I kept thinking about was, man, I hear a lot of similar stories like this in the Bible from people that God used mightily. And man, I'm here to tell you, for you guys being baptized or for everybody in this place, I don't care what you've done, where you've been. God has the power to save, heal, and redeem. He loves and specializes in taking the thing that's the most broken and turn it into the brightest light for His glory. I'm telling you, you're never too far gone. And I just want to say, man, let's thank God one more time for what